Ladies and gentlemen, together again for the first time, Eileen Schmidt. How are you, friend?
Good.
So good to see you as I just run into you head first. With Cedar Valley Garden Cetner in Palo, you have adorned our studio with the colors of fall. Is it too late to do any of this?
It's, if you left them outside the last few nights, yes.
Yeah, okay.
But if you brought them inside, like I brought my sad-looking mum but it was sitting in the garage for the last few nights, so it still looks okay. This has been inside at the garden center. Obviously, you can tell who's taking better care.
Who's getting actually
Who's taking care?
We were just joking as we head to the last break. We could play a game of is it dead or is it living?
Right.
How can you tell, other than, all right, the flowers are gone or everything's turned yellow, what are signs to look for that, all right, the plants didn't make the cold snap?
Last night, walking around the property before Halloween, before trick-or-treating, a lot of the stuff that did not survive is totally black. It's totally on the ground, flat. Definitely easy to tell. Some things are a little nipped. This beautiful mum here has been inside for the past few nights and only outside during a warmer day. It might get put out this afternoon. It might stay here and be replaced. Some of yours up at the front. Yeah, you never know.
There are plenty of mums from Cedar Valley in my house already.
But there is something, I mean, these aren't exactly really the best. I mean, there's sections that have been
like your Christmas
chewed
tree.
off. Yeah, so you put the best part forward.
Okay.
There you go. And then on the other one that doesn't look so nice, it's actually not bad. What you can see if you look closer is there's a lot of buds that haven't opened yet.
Okay.
So we have taken that. That was an early blooming one, and we trimmed them off. And then I bought it and took it home.
Okay.
Because I knew it was going to bloom later, and then of course it started to get cold. So I'm going to put it out tomorrow and Friday when it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
The other things you can do right now are like these are tree guards.
Okay.
These the long things, all three of these, and there was one more that I forgot to grab that we have. It's smaller, but you can actually add them together to go either however size you want for the trees, because the deer and the rabbit are going to be hungry.
Oh, okay, okay.
Especially when you get the heavy snow. The brown wrap in the front, that one's a wrap that can be wrapped around trees, no matter.
Okay, kind of deter the animals.
Yeah, so because if the animals chew around the bark all the way around, it's called girdled, and it affects the feed the way, so it'll eventually kill the tree.
I remember when I bought my tree, the first year is sleep, second year is creep, third year is leap.
Correct.
Did we get enough water this summer, or is it still a good idea to still be kind of dumping some water on the trees people plant?
When the ground is still warm enough, which it should still be, as long as it's not frozen, which it's probably still in the 40s, I forgot to check this morning, you can still dump water in, and this thing that looks like the oil can, it's actually, it's tree, it's root stimulator, and it can work on trees or shrubs or any plant that will help that root gain some nutrients as it's going into winter.
Let me ask you this. Where do you lie on the debate of leave the leaves in the yard or rake them up?
I leave them.
Okay.
Partially because I'm lazy, and partially because what it does is it'll actually blow in, and I did leave the leaves in the mum because they'll blow in and it captures it.
Okay, yeah.
And it can act as a natural mulch.
Okay.
To protect the roots until the spring. And so that's one of the nice things. It's also a good place for bugs and caterpillars to overwinter.
And everything. So now I know the hours are a little different as we've kind of gone into the cooler months. First of all, people can find you right in the main strip there at Palo and Palo Marsh Road. Give us the hours where people can find you and come ask questions.
Through Friday, we are 9 to 5, but Saturday we're starting our 10 to 2 winter hours, and we'll be Wednesday through Saturday 10 to 2 in the garden center only. So the plant material, currently 50% off, hint,
there you go.
Hint, hint, is getting put to bed at the end of this week. So come on out and check it out.
And you know, for mums and stuff, if you can bring them inside, will they make it through the winter? Or?
They probably won't. So these are technically not hardy mums, although if you have them protected for the winter, we've had good luck with people bringing them back for the next year. So as long as they're protected outside, probably with a lot of mulch.
Awesome. I've learned so much. Chris, did you have any last minute questions?
Just how not to kill things.
How not to kill. Oh, she's in here. Sorry, Sean. I didn't tell Sean she's in here. So she just wants to know how not to kill anything. Just
make sure it's got the right amount of water. And sometimes, especially houseplants, I think we were talking about, it's mostly what I do is I kill them by overwatering them or you underwater them. So there's a water monitor sticks that you can put in and tells you whether it's too wet, too dry, just right. And a good rule of thumb is if you don't have one of those, stick your finger in 2 inches. If it's still wet, it's too wet, so no water.
Here we go.
Right.
More questions and answers at the press conference after the show. Eileen, so great to see you. Thanks for making time for us this morning. Cedar Valley Garden Center in Palo, and we'll put all the information on our website, kcrg.com. We are